There's not much in life more scary than disturbing things caught by a dash camera. We've assembled some of the most shocking, creepy, and disturbing dash cam footage. Here are 5 of the most disturbing videos caught on police dash cam. Number 5. February 24th, 2015. Several homeowners in a New Jersey neighborhood called 911, reporting a strong, unknown odor in the air. When utility workers and firefighters arrived on the scene, they determined there was a gas leak in the area, but were unable to determine the origin of the leak. Suddenly, one of the dash cameras in a police cruiser captured a massive explosion that sent debris in all directions. The immense force of the blast dislodged the home from its foundation. Although the utility workers believe what caused the blast was a 2-inch gas line that had broken, it remains a mystery what had caused the gas line to break or what had ignited the gas. Fortunately, the homeowners were not home at the time of the blast. The house had been vacant because the owners had the house under renovations for the past several weeks. 15 firefighters and utility workers received numerous injuries stemming from the explosion. Some were critically injured and required airlifting by helicopter to a nearby hospital. However, thankfully there were no fatalities. Number 4. January 2016. The Lincoln County Police Department released dashcam video showing Deputy Jeremy Gatney on a routine patrol in the area. As he approached an intersection, he noticed something strange in the distance, and it was heading towards his police cruiser. Slowing down, he turned on his lights as he got closer, and then the deputy realized what he was actually seeing was an infant running up the middle of the road towards him. After a thorough investigation into whether or not there was child neglect, it was determined that the incident was nothing more than an accident. It was later discovered that, unbeknownst to his parents, the child had left the family's house through an open door. It wasn't until several minutes later that the parents discovered the child was missing. No criminal charges were filed against any member of the family. Number 3. 61-year-old Mark Allen Benedict and another passenger were aboard a 4-seat plane that had taken off from a nearby airport just moments earlier. Shortly after takeoff, their engine began to fail. Mark reported the engine failure to the air controller and went on to tell them that he didn't think he could make it back to the airport. Mark had no other options because the condition of the one engine he had was only getting worse. Ultimately, he had no other choice but to crash land the airplane on the road. It just so happened that a police cruiser was already in the area. Fortunately for those on the ground, nobody was hurt. Number 2. This video was shot on February 18th, 2022. Officer Jeff Butner was patrolling a highway in Shawnee, Wisconsin, when this incident occurred. Like all the other vehicles, Jeff was unable to slow down in time due to the icy conditions, causing him to crash into vehicles in front of him who had already been part of a multi-car pileup. Jeff was now trapped inside his police cruiser, but was relatively unhurt. When Jeff was finally able to escape from his battered vehicle, it had taken him nearly 6 minutes to free himself. He then started assisting the other injured motorists. In all, 10 people sustained injuries as a result of the pileup, which collected a total of 39 automobiles.
If you want to avoid your own alarming moment, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click the subscribe button in the bottom right corner anytime during the video.
Number 1. Around 3 in the morning on October 15th, 2005, this video was captured from the dashcam of Arkansas Police Corporal Randy McAdams. As he was making his way to the crash site, he noticed a thick layer of what appeared to be fog in front of him. Randy had been informed of some sort of crash at Hobo Jungle Park and was responding to the incident. Randy manages to back away from the explosion and escape the area affected by the blast. It turns out that the incident he was called to was a train crash in a railroad yard. A tanker carrying compressed flammable gas propylene was punctured as a result of the collision. When Randy first arrived on the scene, the gas was not yet on fire. Randy and his patrol vehicle would have likely been consumed had he entered the fog. In fact, about 3,000 residents within a mile of the scene were informed. It wasn't until it reached a nearby house that it was set ablaze. It is believed that the house's water heater was to blame. Miraculously, all the police officers and all the rail yard employees were out of the explosion's range when it occurred. Unfortunately, the lone occupant in the house was killed in the explosion.